What's up guys, on this episode of Inspiration Nation, we're going to be installing a solid mount short throw shifter on our budget track car. So if you want to know how to do this, stay tuned. First things first, we got to get the old shift boot out. I don't want to tear the boot because I still want to use the boot. Ah! So that just pulls right off. And there's your boot. Just got some little tabs on it. And you just take a little screwdriver and go right in there. It's actually pretty cool. I don't think I'll actually have to remove the center console. Oh yeah, that thing's got a whole lot of play. So we're not using this rubber boot, but if you at home are going to try to use it with a non-solid mount short throw shifter, you're going to probably want to be a little bit more gentle getting it out than we were, but we bought a chassis mount one which will fill that whole hole in. Anyways, there you go. It's just got a tab with a really big lip on the backside. Have fun. And the reason why we're going with a solid mount short throw shifter is look at all the play in the whole shift linkage. Like, that's a whole lot of play. Like, you can see the whole bracketry moving. Now, it's time to go underneath it. So first things first, you're going to need to get this flip clip off. And it's kind of tight, so a short flat screwdriver, and if you can get underneath there, and you can pull it out. And there you go. Just a little flip clip. Next thing you're going to do is take the same screwdriver, put your hand behind it because you don't want it to shoot down the heat shield. And you got to push this little clip off. Don't lose it because you're going to need to reuse it, I believe. The key is to do it without jabbing yourself in the finger and without losing it. Like that. And that's what that little C-clamp looks like. Don't lose it. And now the shifter is just pushed into a bushing in the back, which you should be able to force and pop it out. You want to pry out the shift linkage on the ride. We use this door panel tool, but a decent sized screwdriver would do the same thing. Next thing you're going to do is pull the back end of the shift linkage or the shifter support off the chassis right there. And there's the bushing you have to pry out. It's just got two little clippies that clip into these little grooves and hold it in place. Kind of a pain in the butt. So we ended up having to pull the factory shift linkage out so that we could sand it down just a little bit because it was a little tight with the new bushing, and we want to make sure it's still tight, but we're not having to force it in. This is the little clip for the linkage. Since we pulled it out, I can show you. It's just a C-clip. Slips right on, and that's all it is. Now you got your shifter. Now let's install it in the car. And you want to make sure you got your shift linkage lined up. Just set right down in there. Now you take your buddy and he goes under the car with this plate and basically sandwiches the transmission tunnel between this one and the plate on the shifter. And you secure it with locking nuts. Alright, I want to get them all started before we start tightening them up. And now before you button it all up, just give it a couple. Oh yeah, so much better. Put our shift boot back together. Our 10-speed manual transmission for when we're filming and we got to keep shifting through gears to make it interesting for you guys. And we got to see if we got the numbers to line up right. Boom. And there you have it, guys. A general idea of what to expect when installing a solid mount short throw shifter in an E46. So join us next time when we decide to make this thing look a little bit more like a race car.